Dreamhouse. Yep. Hi.
Hello.
Uh, I'm not starting this very well. I apologize. I don't know what to say.
What's your name?
Jera.
I'm Colin.
I feel like normally I start with like a not an antidote, but something other than that.
No, you never have.
No?
No. Well, this is Our Kids Made Us Watch This. Episode... Yep. I think we're on 7.
Or is it? I thought it was 8.
Are you...
I'm
we're both
not sure.
probably wrong.
I am not sure at all.
Anyway, Jera, what is the episode on today?
This episode is going to be on Barbie, Life in the Dream House.
Ooh, sounds like it's gonna be terrible.
That's where you're wrong. So we found the show because obviously Amelia picked it to watch. Wow, I've got like cats attacking me right now. Yeah, she picked it to watch because she likes a lot of the like Barbie mermaid movies and stuff like that, which maybe we'll do an episode on those. But hey kitties, they're loving us today. But Barbie Life in the Dream House, it doesn't feel like it's a kids show.
So just going off of the title of the series alone, you assume Barbie kids show, okay? It's gonna be trash, right? It is not. It is actually like we enjoy watching this show.
It's incredibly hilarious.
I would actually go as far as saying like I'd watch it even if you don't have kids. Like I think you would enjoy this show.
And something that I just found out, and I kind of want to look into it more. So apparently this show has like 7 seasons, but we were watching it on Netflix, and when I turned it on Netflix, there's only 1 season, and it's all like best of episodes. So I don't know if there's somewhere else that you can find all of the full episodes. But even the best of ones, I mean, it gives you a really good idea of what the show is. So it's like extremely meta. And like in a lot of the episodes, they make fun of the fact that Barbie is, you know, super old and
she's been around for a while. She's had every job you can think of. And like they make constant references to this stuff.
Our cat just sat on the
space bar, paused it.
Yeah, so right back into Barbie. But there's, you know, they talk about the fact that she's had apparently 135 jobs. So like there's a scene where her and 2 of her friends are like walking through her closet, and the thing with this closet is it's an infinite closet. It's got so many things in it.
She doesn't get rid of anything.
No.
So any article of clothing or accessory she has ever worn ever is in that closet.
So, you know, they start like walking through it, and her friends are like excited, and they're like, ooh, Barbie, look at all these cute clothes. Can we borrow it? Cool. And she's like, yeah. Then they go into the makeup room, and there's, you know, those doll heads, like the Barbie doll heads that you could do like hair and makeup on?
They were kind of bigger.
Yeah, so it's the giant head, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, I try this to like practice my makeup looks. And they're like, cool. So they do that, and then they're walking because she's trying to find a butterfly pin, and they're walking, and they're like, Barbie, we've been walking forever. How much longer? And she's like, it's about a 2 days journey.
She pulled out binoculars and was just like, yeah, it'll take about 2 more days of walking to get where we need to go.
It's absolutely ridiculous. So like the fact that they poke so much fun at, you know, the ridiculousness that is the Barbie franchise.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed too, especially in that episode where they're borrowing the clothes, at one of the scenes, one of the friends grabbed a packaged spacesuit.
Yeah.
Like it was still in its package, and she grabbed that instead of like clothes off the hangers and stuff. So like they do stuff like that all the time too, that are just like really funny nods, and like they're totally acknowledging that they are toys.
Or like there was Barbie throws like a pool party, and she's got, you know, like a Barbie grill, and it comes up, and the thing is it has like the flames that look like paper flames, like fake flames.
Yeah.
She closes it and opens it, and it has burgers, and then she closes it and opens it again. Or it had burger patties the first time, and she closes it and opens it again. It has perfectly assembled burgers. So like she didn't actually have to grill anything because they're toys.
Yeah, there's a lot of food wise, there's a lot of those things where like they push a button and like the table flips over and like it's a fully prepared meal, and then they push the button again, like it's a different fully prepared meal, and it just keeps flipping into new things.
It's honestly, and so like some of the jokes that they make, I don't think kids would get. So I understand, like, because it's Barbie, it is technically for kids, but like they do, like, one of the first episodes is her getting locked in her closet, and they do a bunch of Indiana Jones references.
Indiana Jones, they made Star Wars references as well.
Yeah, like there's just, kids, I mean, I guess some kids might get it, but I feel like nobody under the age of like 13.
And also, just speaking of the jokes, it's like rapid fire jokes, and you would assume like most of them aren't going to hit well, but like I gotta say, it's like 80 to 90% of the jokes are actually pretty darn good.
And I guess we should have said this. So the layout of the show is, it's like a reality TV show.
Yeah, they make fun of reality.
Yeah, so they live in like Barbie's version of Malibu,
the
California.
Dreamhouse.
Well, Malibu, where they live. And then they do like these little interviews with people in between. So like they're trying to figure out Barbie's age, and they do like the actual scene where they're shopping for a present for Barbie, and then her friends have these little, interview scenes in between where they're trying to calculate Barbie's age.
They're sitting on a couch in a different room.
Yeah,
like
a confessional for a reality TV show, and it adds something to it that's just.
And you know how in reality TV sometimes they have like the handheld cam and it's kind of sort of a little shaky. There's movement. They do that occasionally too, and it's just like, you would think it sounds really dumb to like replicate even that small detail, but it makes it work.
It just works. I don't like, we talk a lot about like kids shows that we really don't like, which is a lot of them, but it feels like this one was really made with like parents in mind. So I thought that was just a really good. It's just so fun. Like if you don't have kids, please watch it because it's a hilarious show.
Or if your kid likes Barbie and you have not heard of this show, you
true.
will both enjoy it.
So I'm gonna go through the characters of Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse, just so that you know who's there.
Barbie.
Obviously Barbie. She's the main character. She has like a super bubbly personality. Everything's perfect. Everybody wants to do what Barbie wants to do. That's how it is. And then there's Ken, who is her boyfriend, obviously. They at one point celebrated 43 years since the first time they held hands.
Yep.
And she makes a comment about how they have a different anniversary every week. But he, I don't know, he's an engineer or a scientist, or I don't know.
Super intelligent.
Very, very smart. And he built her the closet.
He built the whole dream house. He built that whole thing.
Yeah,
the closet AI.
The closet, yeah, it has an AI in it that like judges her outfits.
That helps her be the most fashionable she possibly can.
Yeah, and I feel like it sounds so stupid, but it's really not. It's really entertaining.
The closet AI has its own personality, and he even gets some of those cutaway shots where they do like the interview afterwards.
Yeah.
So like, no joke is like too far for them, I guess you could say. Like it's not too dumb.
Yeah,
they're gonna do everything.
And yeah, essentially, so he makes all of these gadgets to try to make Barbie's life easier because he's essentially obsessed with her because he loves her. He was made for her. Like they
literally.
Yeah, like they play on that. And then there's Teresa. I believe Teresa. Yeah, Teresa's kind of the dumb one. she's not very intelligent, so she has a lot of those quirky like dumb blonde moments where, yeah, that's essentially her whole character. Nikki is her sassy black friend, but that's one of the dolls. So Nikki is the black doll, and she is quite sassy, which kind of problematic, but
Is it though?
In this show, it works, but overall, black women being the sassy best friend is problematic. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Ryan. Oh, Ryan's the dude.
He's very self-obsessed.
Yeah, so in the birthday episode, he gets Barbie a cardboard cutout of himself.
Life size.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, thanks. And he's like, oh, are you not excited? And she's like, you get me one of these every year for my birthday.
But she says it in a very nice way.
Yeah. Barbie's
She's
nice
not
to
mean.
everyone.
She's not mean or
She's not
sarcastic.
a bitch. She's just super nice, like inhumanly nice.
And then she opened the closet, and it's literally just as far as you can see, just the
Cardboard
same
cutouts
cardboard
of-
cutout of him.
in the same outfit.
And then he started to count them because nobody knows how old Barbie actually is,
Yeah.
especially in that episode. So he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and she quickly shut the doors.
Yeah, and he's like, looks like a closet full of beautiful to me.
Yeah. I like him.
He's I don't know. And he also wants to steal Barbie from Ken.
Yeah.
That's one of his goals. Is he comes to like serenade her and
I wrote a 7-act rock opera about you.
that one was funny. Yeah, so he's like super in love with Barbie, as everyone is. Everyone loves her.
I'm in love with
She's
Barbie.
perfect. Okay. Midge, who is my favorite character. She's from Willow, Wisconsin.
Which is a real place. We looked it up.
It is. And, you know, Midge was made, I'm guessing, in the, like, 1950s.
Before
like the
color
actual,
was invented.
Yeah, the actual doll was made in probably about the 1950s. So when she shows up at Barbie's house, she has no color. She's just black and white. And, you know, she's got this very, like, homemaker-y style. And when she comes, a laugh track suddenly
starts appearing in the episode.
Yeah, like every time they make a joke, there's like a little laugh track in the back, and one of her younger sisters is like, "What is that?"
Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah, and they get to the end of the episode, and she's like, "Seriously, no one else hears that?" so they give Midge like a makeover. So throughout the rest of the show,
she gets color.
Yeah, throughout the rest of the show, she is in color. She's not in black and white, but she's just so like Wisconsin, but very old school. Like, she likes doing macrame.
She mentions it all the time.
Like, if you watch this show, you could probably just, I'm saying it now, just take a drink every time
she says macrame.
Midge says macrame, because it's a lot. But I want to talk about my absolute favorite line. Barbie and like all of her friends are planning on going to the beach for the day, and it starts raining, and everybody else is freaking out because I'm assuming they've never seen rain before?
Everything's perfect where they live.
Yeah. So they've never seen rain before, and they go inside, and Midge and Barbie are just like, eh. Barbie's like, I guess they've never seen rain before, and Midge is like, what a bunch of cream puffs. She's like, we have rain, hail, tornadoes, and snowstorms, and we don't let it ruin our 4th of July. And I was like, is that not the most Wisconsin thing you could say?
Yeah, all 4 seasons in one day.
Accurate. It's what we're going through right now.
More characters.
Summer's her sporty friend.
Super competitive with literally everything.
Yeah, they go to the beach one time, and she has a
I don't know what these hand motions are, and nobody else can see them.
Words. I wanted to say skateboard, and that's not right. It's the skateboard
surfboard?
for the water. Surfboard.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. She has a surfboard with rockets on the back. I know words. And then there's her sisters, Skipper, Stacy, and Chelsea.
Barbie Jr., Barbie Jr. Jr.
Is that what they call
Isn't
her?
that what Raquel called her?
I think so.
Them. Don't forget Raquel.
Yeah, she's not on here.
Raquel is also a great character.
Raquel's one of the best characters.
She's like anti-Barbie. Instead of being the blonde, she has black hair, and she lives to thwart Barbie's perfect little world. So, like, anytime Barbie is, like, throwing parties, she's like, oh, no, I have to try and make it a bad party because everyone always loves Barbie's parties.
Yeah, she's like, I want to be the center of attention now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she,
They had the best friend game show to see who was Barbie's true best friend. So they had a quiz show, and Raquel was on it, and she didn't get a single question right.
No.
And all the other
everybody
friends
else
were
was
doing
like,
pretty good.
No, I'm the best friend. And she's like, I know I'm not her best friend. So, and she also is obsessed with Ken, and she really wants to date him. She essentially like wants to be Barbie, but she's not. She's kind of awkward. Not awkward, but spiteful. And then they had some extra characters, and I don't know if we just haven't seen them yet. Tawny, her horse.
Oh, yeah.
A very prissy horse.
The horse talks occasionally. She gets interviewed, too.
Yeah. Taffy, the pampered pooch of Barbie.
Same thing. They talk.
And Blissa is the cat. She has a white cat.
She also has the world's only dolphin aquarium in her home.
Yeah. It's such a stupid scene. I don't know. The dolphins are playing poker, and I don't know
because
why.
They're bored. What else are you going to do in the dolphin aquarium?
I did want to talk about the fact that she has a scale model of the dreamhouse in her house.
Yes.
And they walk into the room. One of them goes, "Oh, look, a dollhouse." And she goes, "No, actually, it's a scale model of the dream house. Like, it's a dollhouse." And then also, I think one of her sisters had a dollhouse. It wasn't the scale model. So they've just got like these weird universe within a universe type things going on.
Yeah, because one of the episodes, I don't remember the character, but they got shrunk.
Yeah,
and they put them into the scale model dream house.
No, it was her sister's dollhouse.
Oh, it was
I
the
remember.
dollhouse.
Yeah, I remember
okay.
watching that.
Don't sit on the space bar tab.
She keeps climbing on the computer.
You can say that for now.
But yeah, they got shrunk down and they were in her playhouse. And at first, I think she thought they were dolls, and then they started talking. But also, the number of times that Barbie gets locked in her closet is ridiculous.
Well, the first episode where it happens, they make because Raquel found the evil switch. For some reason, Ken installed a switch that you flip it and the AI robot goes evil, and Raquel did that. And to get out, Barbie and which one of the friends was with her? Teresa
and Midge?
I think it was Midge. Those two ended up finding some hole into the giant washing machine to wash all her clothes, and then the washing machine turned on, and they were running to try and like not fall down, and Midge made a comment like, "I'm not articulated enough to do this."
Yeah. Yeah, which is
they make a lot of jokes about like how they're dolls and they can't make certain motions and movements.
Like they act like people, but
and they click occasionally too.
Yes. Or like when one of her friends, I think Teresa, was like dancing, and she was just like, her moves were very like
stiff.
Yeah, like a Barbie. And I remember they were getting ready for the pool party. Her sisters were like arguing over who was gonna set it up, and they were like, "Oh, fine, I'll do it." And they just push a button, and everything's like ready.
Yeah, they didn't want to set it up.
Yeah, and it literally took them like 5 seconds. Driver's license. That's the last one that I really wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
Barbie's had a lot of jobs. One of them being a race car driver.
For NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
So they had an episode dedicated to Barbie finally getting her driver's license.
Yeah. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that's so awesome." And then her sister was like, "Yeah, she just got her driver's license, but I thought she was a NASCAR driver at one point." And but it turns out she got the driver's license but doesn't actually know how to drive.
Which is weird because she was a NASCAR driver at one point.
Yeah.
So you would think she knows how to drive.
And then does he build her the car, or is he upgrading the car?
No, he built it.
Oh, yeah. He builds her everything. So he builds her the Barbie dream car for her to drive around in. And I don't know. They use this word a lot, too, after he builds it, the Schlon Poofa. I think it's supposed to be like an exhaust pipe, but they made up a word for it.
Because they didn't know. Barbie doesn't know.
No.
Even though she probably was a mechanic at one point.
Probably.
That's a constant running joke, too, where something will happen in the episode, and she'll be like, "Well, I used to be this job that's conveniently going to help us solve this problem, so..."
Yeah. So, but, I don't know. I mean, overall, it's a pretty great show.
It's fun. There's a lot of jokes, and most of them are really funny.
Yeah. I need to find... I'm like, I want to find like all of the episodes and not just... If anybody knows where we can actually watch like the individual episodes of Barbie Life in the Dream House and not just like the little recap ones that they make for Netflix, please let me know, because I will binge watch it, because it's that funny. Like it's just everything about it is super entertaining. Like when we were getting ready to do this show, like we were sitting on our couch watching it without our children, legitimately laughing. So, do you have any questions for me? There's not a whole lot of fun facts on this, unless you guys want me to talk about fun facts about Barbie, but that's not what we're here for.
I mean, I was going to kind of go that direction.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about your Barbies?
My 5,000 Barbies that I have?
Yes.
What about them?
Well, specifically the ones that I see every time we go to your mom's, that wall of Barbies.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not really about the TV show. This is just...
I know, that's what I meant. Just
this is a fun fact about me.
It's kind of a short episode. Figure we could pad it out a little bit with some of this.
Yeah, so when I was younger, because representation matters, guys, every birthday and Christmas, my mom would buy me a black Barbie doll. I do have a couple white ones in there because we couldn't find the black versions of them.
And they're usually like, pretty much all of them are like fancy Barbies.
Yeah, they're like
it's not just like a
they're
random
the collector
Barbie.
Barbies.
Yeah, they have fancy dresses and stuff.
Yeah, like they're made by specific artists, and like, yeah, they're very fancy Barbies. And Colin actually has only seen that's not even the whole collection. So I have, like I said, every birthday and holiday. It stopped after a while, obviously, but I acquired a lot of Barbie dolls, and so I have just like a wall.
They're stacked ceiling, floor to ceiling,
of these fancy Barbie dolls, all black except for a couple. And there's like an I Love Lucy one. There's like a 50th anniversary one. There's I'm trying to think of like a birthday one. There's a ball one. I've got the Swan Princess ones. There's just so many. There's a lot of them.
There's a couple Kens in there too.
Yeah. There's a black Ken and there is a white Ken that goes with one of the really fancy Barbie dolls, but we couldn't find a black Ken for that. So, again, guys, representation matters. But
some of those are. I remember that one day I was looking some of them up on the internet, and some of those are worth a little bit of money.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
saying you're gonna.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I could
retire on those, but like some of them were like $80-$90.
Yeah,
if you were to sell them, I
don't know if I could part with them, and I have to think, like, I'm trying to decide if I want to give those to Amelia, or if I want to give those to her, but if I want to give them to her, or if I want to add to the collection too, though. Like, not now. She's too young. She'd want to play with them. Yeah. But when she gets older, like, do I want to try to start doing that for her and add to the collection? But yeah, so
it should. I'm again, I have no idea. I don't look at Barbie dolls on the internet, but I would assume it's going to be a little easier to find like non-white Barbies
in this day and age. So yeah, like the thing with why my mom did it was because I do have a lot of non-collector Barbies that I played with as a child, and a lot of them were white. Though I did have like the Moesha doll, and like there were black ones, but harder to find. So she made sure to do that for me. So shout out to my mama.
There was also the time that Mattel accidentally made a gay Ken doll.
Yeah, that's a fun one. So they did not. Sorry, it's so ridiculous. They didn't know what.
They didn't know anything about gay culture. When did this doll come out? I don't remember the year. It was like the 90s, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was in the 90s. And what happened was they sent like one or two people out to do research on
1993.
Yeah, they were researching like the club scene or something, and the guy went to like a gay club and like took a bunch of notes of the style and the fashion of the people. Yeah. Not knowing that like it was a gay club, I guess. Yeah. And then he went back to Mattel and was like, let's make him look like this.
Yeah, so his name is, I'm sorry, his name is Earring Magic Ken.
Because I think it was somewhere in Miami or something too that they ended up doing this research.
Yeah. Apparently there were 6 dolls in this Earring Magic Barbie
It's very hard to find this doll.
Yeah. So Mattel had conducted a survey of girls asking if Ken should be retained as Barbie's boyfriend or whether a new doll should be introduced in that role. Survey results indicated that girls wanted Ken kept, but wanted him to look cooler. Which, I mean, the gays are trendsetters. They're cool. The redesigned Ken was the result. Observers quickly noted the resemblance of Earring Magic Ken to a stereotypical gay man, from the pastel-colored clothes to the earrings to the necklace, which was described as a chrome cock ring. Yep. And it said kitsch-minded gay men bought the doll in record numbers, making Earring Magic Ken the best-selling Ken model in Mattel's history. Despite the commercial success of the doll, a public expose on the secret meaning of the circular charm as a gay sex toy from gay community commentator Dan Savage in the Seattle, Washington alternative, wow, that's a lot of words, weekly newspaper The Stranger, led to Mattel to discontinue Earring Magic Ken and recall the doll from stores. So they gave Ken a cock ring at one point. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a very hard doll to find because obviously
the only way you're going to find it is if somebody has it and they're selling it online.
And you're going to have to overpay for it. So don't jump on eBay right now expecting to find 3,000 of these things for sale.
Yeah. No. They're very, very limited. So, but yeah, that's fine. Let's see how old Barbie is actually now. I was reading a thing about how it said in the show that Barbie and Ken were celebrating their 43rd anniversary, but I think
holding their hands.
Yeah, of holding hands.
For the first time.
Yeah, because they're dolls and they're wholesome and they don't have genitalia.
But Ken, I don't want to get rid of these shoes. Well, what sentimental value do they have? I was wearing these 6 hours ago when we started the purge of my clothes.
Yeah. Did we talk about the full closet episode?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And they had to empty it out. And everything was sentimental to her.
Yeah.
Age of Barbie. But
all right, everybody listening, cast your votes now or your guesses. How old is Barbie? What year was she made?
There's probably some Barbie files out there who know. When was this written? Okay, so she would be 59. Oh, no. 60 years old.
Damn, she looks good for being 60.
Right. She's an old lady. Well, that's why it was funny in the episode where they were trying to figure out her age. Everybody is like adding, and they're like, one of the people pointed out, they were like, I know that she, ran for president.
And you have to be at least 35
to do that. And there was another one too. Oh, she was a doctor or surgeon.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have to go to school for at least 11 years to do that. So and everybody's like trying to.
Oh my gosh, she's. And then they always cut away before they say how old she actually is. Before they say her age,
because obviously she looks like young Barbie. There's no way she looks 60. It's just so funny. Like it's so funny. Like I like a good show that can like make fun of itself. So I'm here for it. According to Mattel, Barbie is officially a 17-year-old girl, and her little sister Chelsea is officially a 6-year-old. Skipper looks like a girl who's about 15. Stacy's got to be about 10 to 13. In like not real time ages, but how old they're supposed to be, essentially. So that's something new about Barbie.
Interesting. So does that mean Ken is also 17?
I mean, I guess so. I will, but if you watch, we will do an episode on the other like Barbie movies that we watch, because there's a lot of them, and none of them are as good as this.
Did you know when they released a Barbie that could give birth, they gave her a wedding ring on that specific Barbie because they didn't want to endorse having children outside while being unwed. So they introduced, I think to pair with that Barbie, if I remember correctly, it's not a Ken for the male. They introduced another male.
Yeah, there's a whole line of males.
And he also has a wedding ring, so I guess Barbie is not married to Ken.
She was just dating him throughout her adolescence. Do you remember? It was a few years back. they released a whole new like line of like Ken dolls to try to make them look cooler. They didn't give any of them cock rings, so it's okay. But
So he's not cool.
But it was like they looked like, no offense, like fuckboy Kens. So they all had like super modern like hairstyles and like. Do you remember that?
I don't remember. No,
Oh.
when have I ever paid attention to Barbie dolls
Well,
or
I
Ken
feel like it
dolls?
was all over the internet. They were like, "Oh, okay, Ken." Like it was a whole thing, and they all looked really cool. And there was like 6 of them, but there's multiple other guys. It's not just Ken, so I guess you can have.
So
Barbie
she
too.
dates around. Barbie's a whore.
Wow, we don't slut shame on this show. You can go. Rude. She likes to explore her options.
Have they come out with a Victoria's Secret Barbie? Or just like an underwear Barbie? Lingerie Barbie?
Why are you like this?
I just feel like she's done everything else. What is there left for Barbie to do?
Well, now they have like body positivity Barbies. So they're going the literal opposite direction of the male gaze. But thanks for bringing that to light.
Could she be a dancer? Has she had that job yet?
Well, she was a ballerina. I don't know what kind of dancer you're talking about, but
Yeah.
she was a
Sure.
ballerina. I have
Sure.
that one. I have the black ballerina Barbie.
All right.
So this could be a mini-sode. We don't have a lot to say. We just love it. And we
Watch Barbie Dreamhouse.
we really
Is that what it's
suggest you
called?
watch it.
Barbie?
Barbie Life in the Dream House.
It's funny. We're not making that up.
No. You know we would shit on it if it was not.
Yeah. We hate things passionately on this
Bit-
show. So the fact that we are not passionately hating this show,
That's a clue that it's obviously worth its salt. So,
worth its weight in salt.
worth its salt. That's a phrase.
I feel like you're just cutting it short, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the real phrase. This is what living in our house is like. Colin just always thinks I'm
Jara
wrong.
says phrases that aren't right, and I have to correct her.
No, I am smarter than my husband, and I have to correct him all the
that
time.
ooh, that is a statement.
Worth one salt. Worth its salt. That's a real phrase. I literally had to look something up on Google the other day, and he still pretended like I was wrong. So
She's gaslighting me right now, and I really don't
All
appreciate
right,
that.
we've gotten so far off the topic of Barbie in this show, so I think it's over because I'm not gonna argue about phrases.
So if you like the episode, obviously like it. Give us some comments, because I know some people have directly like talked to Jara about it, but feel free
Yeah.
to comment on Facebook. Maybe we could start a discussion with other people, you know.
Right? Like if you have
Um,
thoughts, other people might have the same thoughts, or it's always good to put it out there in the world.
Start that discussion.
be the one who starts the discussion.
Share the episode around.
That would be great.
We could always use more listeners. Maybe at some point we can get a sponsor.
I think we're a little bit of a way.
Sponsor us, Mattel.
Right? We literally talked about their cock ring Barbie.
And I asked for Barbie to be a lingerie model.
So I think the last person to sponsor us is going to be Mattel. But, you know, if that's the direction
can
they want
dream.
to take it.
We can dream. Also, give us suggestions for kids shows or kids media that you would like us to talk about, be it good, bad, or
Also,
ugly.
I don't know if by this episode, but probably we've been exclusively uploading to Spotify.
SoundCloud.
To SoundCloud. Oh, God. And we are going to be moving to YouTube if we haven't already.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but I guess SoundCloud changed something recently where you have limited space as a free user, and I'm not about to pay.
No.
I'm a cheap bastard.
Yeah, sorry. We didn't buy this house by spending every penny, so.
I mean, we kind of did, but anyways,
Well, we did.
we're done now.
Bye. Go watch it.